keep fire ants out of electrical boxes and panels, it is important to understand what attracts them in the first place. Fire ants are drawn to these areas primarily because of warmth, moisture, food sources, and shelter. Electrical boxes and panels generate heat, which ants find appealing as they seek warm environments, especially during cooler periods. Additionally, moisture or condensation that accumulates around these electrical components, particularly in humid conditions, can also attract ants. The ants may also be attracted to electrical wiring, insulation, or other organic materials. These materials can serve as a food source for them. The electrical boxes and panels also offer a protected space from predators and the elements, making them an ideal shelter for ant colonies. Now, let's explore how to keep these unwanted guests out of your electrical boxes and panels. Firstly, sealing entry points is essential. Inspect all electrical boxes and panels thoroughly, looking for any cracks, gaps, or holes that ants could use to enter. Fill these openings with caulk, expanding foam, or a fire-rated sealant to create a barrier that prevents ants from getting inside. Secondly, use ant-resistant materials. When possible, install electrical boxes and covers made from materials that ants find difficult to penetrate, such as galvanized steel, aluminum, or certain types of plastic. Ensure that these boxes have tight-fitting gaskets to further prevent ant entry. Thirdly, apply insecticides. Use non-repellent insecticides around the perimeter of electrical boxes and panels. Non-repellent insecticides are effective because ants cannot detect them, so they walk through the treated area and carry the insecticide back to the colony, ultimately eliminating the entire colony. Look for products containing active ingredients such as bifenthrin, cyflothrin, or permethrin, and follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully when applying these insecticides. Fourthly, install ant baits. Place ant baits near electrical boxes and panels to attract and eliminate ants. Use baits that contain slow-acting toxins, allowing the ants to carry the bait back to the colony and kill the queen. This method is particularly effective for long-term ant control, as it targets the source of the infestation. Fifthly, keep the area clean. Remove any food or debris that might attract ants to the area around electrical boxes and panels. This includes cleaning up spills, removing pet food, and ensuring that garbage is properly disposed of. Also, keep the surrounding area clear of vegetation and moisture, as these can provide additional attractants for ants. By implementing these 5 strategies, you can significantly reduce the likelihood of fire ants infesting your electrical boxes and panels. Remember to regularly inspect these areas and reapply treatments as needed to maintain a pest-free environment. Now, consider the specific environment of Florida, where fire ants are particularly prevalent. In Florida, the warm and humid climate creates ideal conditions for fire ant colonies to thrive. This means that preventative measures are even more crucial in this region. Regular inspections and maintenance of electrical boxes and panels are a must. Pay close attention to sealing any potential entry points, as even the smallest cracks can provide access for ants. When selecting materials for electrical boxes and covers, opt for those specifically designed to resist ant intrusion. Consider using boxes made of galvanized steel or aluminum, as these are less attractive to ants than some plastic alternatives. In addition to perimeter treatments with non-repellent insecticides, consider using granular ant baits in the surrounding area. These baits can provide a continuous source of attraction and elimination for fire ants, helping to keep their populations under control. Remember to choose baits specifically formulated for fire ants, as different ant species may be attracted to different types of bait. Keeping the area around electrical boxes and panels clean and dry is also essential in Florida. Remove any standing water or damp vegetation that could provide a source of moisture for ants. Trim back any shrubs or trees that are in close proximity to electrical equipment, as these can provide a pathway for ants to access the boxes and panels. When applying insecticides, be mindful of the environmental impact. Choose products that are specifically labeled for outdoor use and follow all safety precautions. Avoid spraying insecticides directly into electrical boxes or panels, as this could create a fire hazard or damage electrical components. Instead, focus on treating the perimeter around these areas. In addition to chemical treatments, consider using natural ant repellents such as diatomaceous earth around electrical boxes and panels. Diatomaceous earth is a non-toxic powder made from fossilized algae that can kill ants by dehydrating them. Sprinkle a thin layer of diatomaceous earth around the base of electrical boxes and panels to create a barrier that ants will not cross. When dealing with fire ants, it's important to exercise caution. Fire ants are known for their aggressive behavior and painful stings. Wear protective clothing, such as gloves and long sleeves, when working in areas where fire ants are present. If you are stung by a fire ant, wash the affected area with soap and water and apply a cold compress to reduce swelling. If you experience a severe allergic reaction, seek medical attention immediately. Finally, consider hiring a professional pest control service to handle fire ant infestations around your electrical equipment. Pest control professionals have the knowledge, experience, and equipment to effectively eliminate fire ant colonies and prevent them from returning. They can also provide valuable advice on how to protect your property from future infestations. In summary, keeping fire ants out of electrical boxes and panels requires a multifaceted approach that includes sealing entry points, using ant-resistant materials, applying insecticides, installing ant baits, and keeping the area clean. In Florida, where fire ants are particularly prevalent, these measures are even more critical. By following these steps, you can protect your electrical systems from fire ant infestations and ensure the safety and reliability of your electrical equipment. Additionally, remember to consider the warmth generated by electrical components, the potential for moisture accumulation, and the availability of food sources and shelter as attractants for ants. Regularly inspect your electrical boxes and panels for signs of ant activity and take action promptly if you detect any problems. By staying vigilant and proactive, you can keep fire ants at bay and protect your electrical systems for years to come. Remember to always follow the manufacturer's instructions when using insecticides or ant baits, and take necessary precautions to protect yourself and the environment. If you are unsure about how to proceed, consult with a qualified electrician or pest control professional. They can provide expert advice and assistance to help you keep your electrical systems safe and pest-free. Also, keep in mind that fire ant infestations can sometimes be a sign of underlying problems with your electrical system. For example, excessive heat buildup in an electrical box could be caused by loose connections or overloaded circuits. If you notice any signs of electrical problems, such as flickering lights, sparking outlets, or burning smells, contact a qualified electrician immediately. Addressing these issues can not only eliminate the attractants for ants but also prevent more serious electrical hazards. Furthermore, consider the long-term maintenance of your electrical boxes and panels. Regularly inspect and clean these areas to prevent the buildup of dust, debris, and moisture. This will not only make them less attractive to ants but also help to ensure the proper functioning of your electrical equipment. When cleaning electrical boxes and panels, be sure to turn off the power at the circuit breaker and use appropriate safety precautions. Avoid using water or other liquids that could create a shock hazard. Instead, use a dry cloth or brush to remove any dirt or debris. In addition to these practical tips, it's also important to educate yourself about fire ant behavior and biology. Understanding how fire ants live, reproduce, and forage can help you to better understand how to prevent and control infestations. For example, fire ants are known to be highly adaptable and resilient pests. They can quickly establish new colonies and are resistant to many common insecticides. This means that effective fire ant control requires a persistent and integrated approach. Also, keep in mind that fire ant infestations can sometimes be difficult to eradicate completely. Even if you successfully eliminate a colony from your property, new colonies can quickly move in from neighboring areas. This means that ongoing monitoring and preventative measures are essential for long-term fire ant control. Finally, remember that fire ant control is not just about protecting your electrical equipment. Fire ants can also pose a threat to your health and safety, as their stings can be painful and even life-threatening for some people. Taking steps to control fire ant populations around your home and property can help to reduce the risk of stings and protect your family and pets. By following these comprehensive guidelines, you can effectively keep fire ants out of your electrical boxes and panels and protect your property from the damage and health risks associated with these pests. Remember to stay vigilant, proactive, and informed, and to seek professional assistance when needed. It is also recommended to consult the National Electrical Code, specifically Section 110.3. It covers examination, identification, installation, and use of equipment, as well as 110.12, which pertains to neat and workmanlike manner, including sealing openings around electrical boxes. In addition, NEC Section 314.17a, B, C and D cover the number of conductors permitted in outlet, device, and junction boxes, and conduit bodies and equipment, and how conductors should be installed. In addition to this, NEC Articles 300.4 through 300.7, including all sub-articles of each of the 5 mentioned articles, cover the methods for protecting conductors from physical damage, including corrosion and moisture, which relates to the answer. Also, look to NEC Section 408.7 for the need to protect against physical damage in regards to switchboards and panel boards. Also, make sure you look at your local regulations and pest control regulations in your city and county and state for additional requirements.